This is Hayden from SHC TV, and today I'm very lucky to be joined by James Osborne ahead of his fight on February 10th at Brentwood Centre in Essex, where he takes on Grant Dennis in the main event. So, yeah, mate, how have you been over Christmas and New Year's?
Yeah. Really nice. Just chilled out with the family and that. And yeah, just getting ready for 10th of Feb.
It's good to hear, mate. So, what I wanted to start with is how did you first get into boxing and what's your earliest memory in the sport?
I had a couple of amateur fights at Wickford and Billericay gym, and then I went on to do a few charity fights, unlicensed. I think I had about 10 unlicensed, and then decided to turn pro from there.
You've got an upcoming fight on February 10th, obviously against Grant Dennis in the main event. So, how did that whole fight sort of come about for you?
Uh, After my last one dropped out, my promoter Johnny Clark, he just looked after me really. I said I wanted a big fight, and he pulled it out of the bag really with Grant Dennis.
Okay, so like you said there, you're meant to fight back in December against George O'Leary. So that fight got
Yeah.
cancelled. Do you think that fight's ever going to be of interest to you sometime down the line if you get the win on February 10th?
No, to be honest, mate, I wouldn't want to waste my time with that now in case he pulled out again. After all the hard work that we both put into it, and then he didn't want to fight, I wouldn't want to go through that again. To be fair, it's not fair on the promoter. It's not fair on anyone. To be fair.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. So obviously this upcoming fight, your opponent's Grant Dennis. How much do you know about him? Obviously, he's just come off a fight in November, I think it was, in Newcastle against Mark Dickinson, the English title
Yeah.
eliminator. So how much do you know of Grant, obviously, apart from that?
I've seen them last two fights, and we used to have Danny Dignam in our gym. He also fought Grant Dennis, and we went and watched that. That's about it, really. I know he's good and he's very experienced.
Okay, so how's training been for this fight? Have you been training it differently to any of your other fights?
Just train hard, just make sure I'm fit for the 10 rounds, and I'll just do my own thing, mate. As long as I prepare well, everything should go well on the night.
Yeah, 100%, mate. So, what do you think if you get the win on February 10th? What do you think that would mean for you and your career going forward? And where do you think that puts you going forward for the year?
Well, the last two names that Grant Dennis fought are big names in boxing, so my name's going to be up there with them if I get a good win. So eh, just big fights, really.
Yeah, so that sort of leads me on to my next question, and that's what do you think your plans are for 2024? Is there any names in particular, or is it all eyes on Grant Dennis at the minute?
Yeah, just all on Grant Dennis, but I just leave it to my team. Whoever they think that I should fight, I'll fight.
Okay, so what would you say your end goal is in the whole sport of boxing? Like, what do you want to achieve? You know, when you're looking back on your career, what do you want to have accomplished? What's your end goal in boxing?
I think every boxer would love to win a world title. I'd love to get the English and British, and yeah, you never know, get a world title. I'd love that. But definitely an English or British title.
Okay, so obviously, apart from your fight on this top tier card, you know, it's a massive card from top to bottom. Which fight would you say you're most looking forward to apart from yours?
Kevin Revell, he's another one from my gym. I think he's going to have a good fight with Juddy. I think he's fighting someone, Judd. He looks quite strong, but I think Kev will do well there.
Yeah, so also about top tier and obviously working with Johnny Clark, do you think that's something that's going to continue on in the future, or do you think it's just for this fight?
Well, I think he's got 5 fights he wants to do, or 5 shows he wants to do this year. So I'd like to fight on all of them. But you never know. You might get a good phone call. You never know. See what happens.
Yeah, 100%, mate. So have you got anything you want to promote, say for your Instagram, anything like that?
Yeah, just give us a follow on my Instagram, Aussie James Osborne. Yeah, just follow the story.
Thanks so much for taking this interview. I really do appreciate your time, and I wish you the best of luck with your fight, and I hope we can do it again sometime.
Yeah, lovely, mate.